Welcome to video 3. This is editing. This is like the heart and soul of the video where you really get to make it sing. This is a lot of content, so just bear with me. I chose the free app called InShot. You can find it in the App Store. There's a lot of different apps that you could try, but this one I found the most straightforward and simplified. So here is InShot app on my phone. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show you how to cut down and trim and split clips because that is the most useful thing to learn in editing, both on the phone and on the computer, frankly. So my video is already uploaded in here, which by the way took a really long time. I would recommend just doing a few clips at a time versus I uploaded like a ton and it took over an hour to upload. So that was kind of crazy, but I'm going to open up my video here. The first step that I want to show you how to do is once you've uploaded all your clips into InShot, you're going to want to make sure your clips are in order. When mine uploaded, they were a bit out of order. So you're just going to select the bottom here and then you can move the clips. They come into little squares and you can just move them around like that. Super easy. So that's awesome. And then I want you to just select one of your clips, and to do so, you just click on it and you'll see that white box around it and you'll see those little handles on each side. That is how you're going to trim your clip. Those handles only allow you to trim obviously from the front and the back side. And I'll show you how they work. You just drag your finger along and it kind of cinches it in, almost like a little inchworm. But if you're like, oh shoot, I made a mistake and I didn't want to get rid of that, you just go right back out and there it is. I think that is so cool and simple and easy. So this clip here I'm going to play for you is Bo jumping over the rock. And then I noticed those flowers right there and I wanted to zoom in on that for like some great B-roll and context. So what I want to do with that is make it into two separate clips, and I'm going to show you how to slow down that jump so it gives a little bit more impact. Look for action movements in your clip that you can slow down. Obviously you don't want to slow down everything. Editing is a fine art and you'll find your way as you go. Like you don't want to slow down every clip. You don't want to put a transition in between every clip. And so remember, variety is the spice here. Like that's the secret sauce to making your film kind of interesting. Because if you see the same thing in every clip, if every clip is slow, that's going to feel really sluggish. So let's get back to it. I'm going to go back to this clip is still selected. So there he's running. I'm going to split it first. So I'm going to get it right there in the middle. And then I'm going to look for the split icon here in the menu list. And then I just click that. And now it's two different clip. See that? And so back to the clip where he's jumping, I'm gonna now kind of tighten that up. I really like to make the clips tight and not have like a lot of lag on the action here. So let me see as he's jumping over. So yeah, there's a lot of time on that front end before you actually see him jump. So I'm gonna squish that in a little bit more. Sorry, it keeps on I feel like my fingers are a little too fat for this. There we go. I'm going to tighten it up. Just shorten the front end. Oh, there's his foot. And then I'm going to shorten the back end as well. Right there. Because if you're going to slow something down, I'm going to show you how to slow this down now. You're going to click for speed, and there's the speed button. And now I'm just going to decrease. That's the slow-mo. And if you move it to the right, that'll speed up your clip, which is kind of fun to play with as well. So now I've slowed it down, and now I want to see it how slow it's going to look. Slow. That's cool. I like that. I might tighten it up a little bit in the back there. Okay, and now we're going to go to this clip with the flowers. I want to tighten that one up too. I just want the clip to just really be up tight and close on those flowers. Boom. And that's about it. And now we'll just play back both clips. So there's the jump, it's slowed mo, and then there's the zoom in on the flowers, which counts like as a B-roll. Okay, two things I want to mention is when you first bring your video clips in, you're going to want to hit canvas, and that's going to tell your the app what size that you want this fitted for. I picked the YouTube. That is like the quintessential cinema movie frame size. But I mean, if you want to go vertical, like with Instagram, I just really recommend, this is like the traditional way. And so I sized it all and I shot it keeping like YouTube and the traditional movie size horizontal shooting in mind.
And now I wanted to quickly show you how to, my favorite part is sort of like batch editing or putting, they call it, color grading when you are using like film clips, on the DSLR. So this isn't exactly color grading because you don't have all the tools really to like fine tune the color grading of your clips, but it's still pretty great. So you can either do it two ways. You can go individually, clip by clip, and edit that way. Or you can batch edit, which is faster, and then you can still go through each clip and kind of fine tune. And I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to select the first clip and go to filter. Now I super prefer like adjusting and using all these sliders one by one, but it's kind of nice to start with the filter. So I'll just click the bright one and then you can adjust the filter overall. Now here's the part that gets really good. If you click the double arrows on the left, it will ask you if you want to apply it to all. And I hit that, but don't freak out because if you go to the next, I'll show you, for example, like this is very washed out to me. So I'm going to click on that clip and I'm going to adjust it. So I go into the adjustment and I might pull down the brightness. I like a little more contrast and maybe a little bit more warmth. It still seems a little bright to me. And so then I click that. So you can go through and adjust each one that way, but you've essentially, color graded almost all of your clips just in that simple step. Okay, now to select your music. So this is the thing that takes me like hours. The best thing I can offer you is to try different songs on your clips, like load them up, pull them in and see how it feels. Think about already like the overall feeling of your movie. So for mine, it was on a rainy day. And so it's super chill. Like we stayed at home. We did have like our little outside time, but other than that, it was very low key, chill day. So I'm kind of looking for a song that's low key and chill. So you're going to go into the icons there in the menu and hit music. And then you can pick tracks. And I'm going to use, they have some good tracks that they offer for free. You can go through these and listen to them and see which ones that you like. It'll play for you. And then you just hit that red download button and then it'll automatically upload that song. I didn't find any that I super loved. So I'm just going to go with one that's already in my iTunes library. Here's the thing. With songs and music, you have to be careful with copyrights. So that song that I'm going to pick just to show you as an example, Holding Out by the Lumineers, is copyrighted. So if I were to upload that to YouTube, it might get a red flag. So the other places you can just Google copyright music. YouTube also has a library that I found a couple tunes off of there that I like. So that's another resource. And I'll link some of these resources because music, it's like literally hours that I agonize over this because it's a big deal. Like you have to kind of match the vibe and the feel of your video. Otherwise it doesn't work well together. So I'm going to pick Holding Out. And then it drops it right down. Now, one last thing I want to show you about adjusting volume. So then you go ahead and click the right click. And then when you play it, you can adjust the sound of each clip if you want the audio on your sounds to be heard louder or not at all. So you select the clip and then you go to volume to adjust the volume of that clip. So if I want the refrigerator sound to be louder, then I do that and hit the check. If I want the song, the Lumineers song, to be louder, go back to music, select that clip, and then select volume. And now you can adjust the volume of your entire clip as it sounds. In Final Cut Pro that I use to edit on my films, like off the DSLR, you can adjust and fine tune every single clip volume and the music volume. So it gets really complicated. But that's the music piece. Take your time with that one. Give yourself grace. And I hope you find the best selection. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, I'm going to walk you through my video thoughts. So I eat eggs every morning, and I was pretty pumped about my one-handed egg crack. B-roll, just showing the rainy day, morning, kids coming in, and then all their screen time with a time lapse. And then the slow-mo, just really emphasize like his jump, and B-roll with the flowers, and then more of a pullback shot. And then this was my like fun audio moment because he happened to be really giggling, which was great to capture. And then take out lunch from our favorite Indian place. And then this is him eating on our couch. This is what he does. And then all day long it's handstands, so I was really excited to capture his handstand because I don't know how long this phase will last. And an over the top shot and some B-roll. And watching art teacher. And then outside, kind of a pullback shot. And then some drama, the slow-mo. And then this is like what they do every time at the beach. Throw rocks as hard as they can. That was a good one, Bill. And then this was really precious. This is a moment that I wouldn't have really noticed if it weren't for the video, and that's why I really want to encourage you to do it, because when I slowed that down, I realized they were passing a rock towards each other that I didn't realize in the moment. Adam going for a swim. Dinner time. And then I didn't really have like a strong ending, but this is the end of our day. And so that's all. Like, that's what it is, quite simply. So thank you for watching, and please email me with any questions.